Well, we'd like to welcome you to our event tonight. Thank you for joining us. Tonight we want to share the vision, the heart of Hijos de Dios Community Center in Guatemala. For those who don't know, Hijos de Dios means sons and daughters of God. Right, Carrie?
That's right. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. We have an exciting program set up for you tonight. Although we can't all be together live, we are so excited to show you what's been happening here in Hijos de Dios in our community center. It's been bustling with construction, with new programming, people coming in and out. And even during these times, this pandemic time, we have been able to connect with over 85 children and many families. We have over 30 women in our women's programs, and we have children coming to all our clubs. So it's going to be great. We want to show you, take this time right now to show you a few of those videos. 4 years ago, we started our first learning center in Guazacapan. It was created through a conversation I had with a young woman who was concerned about her cousin who had special needs and was not able to find the help that she needed to learn. Out of that conversation, now today we have 3 education centers that we are running, and we focus on individualized programming for children with ADHD, speech therapy, and also for those who have autism. Our center uses fun activities to find the child's personal learning style, and then we make a personalized program with our highly trained teachers to help these children grow in learning. I'm here in my office, and this is where we are able to provide psychological training and therapy, family counseling, and trauma care for many people in our community. Guatemala was greatly affected and impacted by a 36-year-long civil war, which left many people traumatized. And roughly 25 years later, although the peace treaties have been signed, the hearts of the people have been affected greatly by wars and by many other traumatic events. And so we're here to offer support. We're here to offer counseling and trauma-informed counseling. We are providing our psychologists with the latest therapies to bring healing to families and children. And we have seen many transformations in the lives of people, especially in women and children. And 3 years ago, I was invited to be part of our Victim Services Network. And we work with government entities, the police, the first responders, and human rights to be able to bring help to these people. Many people do not have a voice, and we want to be a voice for those who do not have a voice, and to bring social reform so that many people who do not have access to protection will be protected. On a lighter and happy note, I want to introduce you to my little friend. His name is Sueños, which means dreamy, because he's always sleepy, and he has these big ears. And look, when he opens up his ears, he's a very good listener. So we use Sueños to help children who come in to receive help. Adults like Sueños too, and you can touch him. He's very therapeutic, and he has these big ears who will listen to you, and he doesn't have a big mouth, so he won't talk to you, he won't judge you. So we have these different techniques that we use to help people tell their story and have a safe place to be heard, to be supported, and to be healed.
We're sitting here in our chapel at the community center, and we want to use this area to bring healing to families. We work with a lot of families in the community, and one area that we've started over this last year is working with men. There's not a lot of programming for men, so we have had our staff go out, visit them, connect with them. Every couple of weeks we have a dinner with them and talk with them, use our Heroes program with them, and wanting to strengthen the family. And that's one of the goals at Hijos de Dios, is to strengthen the family. And in this area with men is where we're beginning to work hard. Men with trauma, men who struggle with alcohol, men who don't know their identity, but we believe that they will discover that.
To strengthen the families in this community, we have a mother and children's program that we offer 2 days a week. One day is focused on women who are married and have children, and the other day is for single mothers. And we use these programs to help the women develop a sense of self-esteem, for them to find their gifts and abilities, to strengthen their spiritual lives, and also to empower them to be good mothers, and also to be able to work with each other and collaborate to strengthen the community, because the backbone of the healthy community is healthy families.
A lot of the work that we do here at Hijos de Dios is in the community. We do community care, outreaches, and events. Our staff goes out on a regular basis to visit with the families, pray with them, see what their needs are, bless them. We've just started a community mapping program to see the needs that are out there and to calculate how many people live in the community and how effectively that we can work with them, as well as just meeting the basic needs that come up every now and then. Someone needs help with a funeral, people need food or medicine. Not only are we doing outreach in our community, such as movie nights, family nights, fun sports nights, but we're also reaching beyond. Over the past year, we worked with a community up in the mountains that had a variety of needs, whether it was medicine or food. We've gone all the way to central Guatemala for flood relief, working in people's homes that had tons of mud and problems there. So those are just a variety of things that we do as we minister in the community in different areas of events, outreaches, and community care.
I'd like to share a couple stories of a few of our students who are in part of our learning centers. The first one, her name is Kaylee, and we met her mom through visiting in our community. We went to her home, and her daughter is 22 years old, and she has autism, and she loves to learn. She is passionate about doing crafts, dance, singing. And being 22 years old, she doesn't have the opportunity to continue with her education. But through the learning centers, Katie is able to come and learn and continue to feed that curiosity that she has. We're going to be focusing with her, helping her learn a trade. She's very, very passionate about cooking. And so we're going to start working with those gifts that she does have. And she's such a beautiful blessing to our program. On our Mother's Day program this year, we had a celebration with the moms, and she came, and her self-esteem has been growing so much, and she was able to present a poem to her mom, and she had our whole staff and all the mothers in tears because she spoke so deeply from her heart. This beautiful connection that she's had with her mother. And so that's just one of our people that work in the program. And another one, his name is Randy. And he is full of energy, he's full of life. He's one of our students that has ADHD. And his learning style is kinesthetic. And he just related to me right away. My learning style also is very kinesthetic, very, very movement orientated. So him and I always bust a move and break dance, and he's just full of joy. And he was struggling, he was really struggling with reading. But through the program, he was able to learn, get past some of those barriers, and really, really see a huge change in him, especially in his confidence.
So the next videos we're sharing, they're from a few of our friends who visited from Canada and one of our staff members.
Hi, my name is Jill Karpinski. I'm Carrie Blacklock's sister. I am a teacher here in Edmonton, Alberta. In 2019, I visited Carrie and Matt in Hijos de Dios. At that time, they were under construction, so we did a lot of outreach work. I went with them to some local schools and helped with the lunch programs and just watched them interact with the students. Then I was also able to enjoy watching Carrie and her colleagues work with the students in their town in Chicamalia These atypical learners will come to see them, and they work with them on programming and making sure that they're keeping up with numeracy and literacy and motor skills. It's just fun to watch them learn through play and through song and just more interactive and fun ways of learning. The children are beautiful, and it's evident that they're benefiting from this programming. It's so important that we have early intervention programming in education, and watching Carrie and her colleagues give that to the students in Guatemala is really amazing. So I wish them all the best, and I'm so proud of the work they're doing.
Hello from Kindersley, Saskatchewan. My name is Amelia Davidson, and I'm a student support teacher. I want to talk today about a ministry called Hijos de Dios with Matt and Carrie. They have addressed one of the biggest needs that I see, and that is working with children who have a learning need. That can be in the area of social skills, in math, reading, fine motor. And this ministry creates an amazing opportunity for these students who struggle in so many areas to have an opportunity to learn and grow. I'm so blessed to know Matt and Carrie and their heart for the Guatemalan families. So please just partner with them and hear their hearts. Bless you guys.
Hola, mi nombre es Brenda Hernández. Ahora trabajo aquí en Hijos de Dios. Estamos trabajando con los niños del Club Bíblico y también madres e hijos. Reforzamiento, estamos ahora trabajando a través de juegos. Tengo niños especiales con TDA y ahora estamos haciendo juegos personalizados para que ellos puedan aprender a través del juego. Entonces estamos creando un ambiente especial para ellos, y la importancia de que es enseñarle tanto a nuestra comunidad y como a las madres, poderles enseñar cómo pueden instruir a su niño a través del aprendizaje, y sobre todo poder formar un vínculo especial de madre a hijo.
In Hijos de Dios, we really believe in networking and bringing together different people so that we can help each other move forward with the same goal. And so for the past 3 years, we've been invited to be part of the Victim Services Network. And this government program involves social services, it involves the police, first responders, firemen, our public ministers, our the health sector, the education sector. Everybody's coming together with a voice, with the same desire to bring prevention to abuse and to bring awareness and to bring support for victims of abuse. And so it's been very, very exciting to work together and to see new teachings come about. This week on Thursday, we are able to take a free course offered by the Education Center on working with children with special needs. So through these connections, we've really seen growth, and we've been able to be an advocate for children and families that need help.
Now we're going to hear two of our friends, one from Canada, one from Guatemala, talking about trauma care and children with special needs.
Hi, I'm Jen Banas, Director of Parkland Wellness Center and Refugee Welcome Space. I'm a certified clinical trauma professional and a clinical counselor. Most of my work that I do is with trauma clients, and I've been really excited to watch what Hijos de Dios has been doing in terms of early interventions with children and families in terms of trauma. We know that according to the latest neuroscience, neuroplasticity research, that early intervention is so important. We also know a dysregulated parent is a dysregulated child. And what Hijos de Dios is working on is also teaching the parents how to work with their kids and to unpack some of that trauma, to create regulation for them, and also create ongoing neurodevelopment that will allow them to heal from past trauma. And so I'm just so excited to support what Hijos de Dios is doing and cheer them on here in Canada.
Hola, soy Luisa Vázquez, psicóloga de Hijos de Dios. Actualmente contamos con 3 centros de aprendizaje en los cuales estamos apoyando a niños con TDAH, autismo, dificultad en el aprendizaje y lenguaje. Estamos trabajando a través de terapias ocupacionales y de juego. Estoy muy contenta, muy agradecida y muy orgullosa de lo que cada uno de los niños ha estado logrando dentro del programa, ya que he logrado observar cómo ellos han ido creciendo y han ido aprendiendo que tienen dones y que tienen habilidades y así desarrollar su potencial. Ellos han aprendido a que a pesar que cada uno tenemos diferentes capacidades, somos capaces de lograr todo lo que nos propongamos. Desde ya, muchas gracias.
We were able to see and hear the stories of our first 4 areas of programming, our first 4 areas of ministry at Hijos de Dios. Now we have 4 more that we'd like to share with you. Exciting, fun things that we do here at Hijos de Dios.
This is the inaugural year of our Sewing and Design School, and I would like to dedicate this school to my mom, Karen Collins, and also to Brenda Chevalier, who are 2 entrepreneurial women that showed us, their families, how to pursue their dreams. And even if it meant for my Auntie Brenda sewing in her garage or for my mom sewing in the basement, they made a way for their families. And that's what we're doing. We're continuing on with that legacy here in Guatemala. We have 6 students that are learning this sewing and design program. It is a 2-year program. And they also are taking micro business classes, so they are able to sell their products in the communities and start their own home business.
Another micro business that we want to plan for the future is a panaderia, which is a bakery. One of our staff members, you saw him as Elmer, we also call him Zakeo. He's a former baker. We want to use this area to create a micro business to help people in the community make bread, to sell bread, learn skills, learn how to use those gifts and talents to make money. So it doesn't look pretty right now, but in the future, that is the goal, to have another micro business. After the sewing and design school, we're gonna have a bakery and lots more donuts.
Welcome to our dance school. We have a big echo in here, so I'm going to keep my voice a little quiet. But we're going to use this as a dance, worship center, and an art center. As a dancer my whole life, I have used sports and I have used movement to bring healing to my body, soul, and spirit. I believe it is such an amazing tool, movement, dance, that we can use. Sometimes our hearts can't express or we can't even find the words, but our bodies can find the movement and process really big things. And I have found that through movement, through that type of expression, through movement, through voice, through sound, that you're able to come into a new place and shake off the cobwebs and feel free.
I'm standing here in front of our obstacles that we use here at Hijos de Dios. We use sports to connect with the community. Kids love sports. So we're using our obstacle course, we're using sports days, and a variety of different things to help kids overcome obstacles, problems in their life, give them confidence, connect in the community, connect families, and use it as a healthy activity, a healthy outreach, so that we can impact their lives in a deeper way.
I'm sitting here in this cozy cubby under this beautiful mango tree, and this is the future home of our preschool. We're going to start our preschool learning program next year in January and offer classes for early childhood stimulation for children from 4 and 5 years old. This isn't going to be your normal preschool. This is going to be a very interactive and fun place to learn. We base all our programming on curiosity, creativity, and play. And we're going to have many different centers where the kids can experience new things and grow. And as you can see, this space is so big. We have a library, we're going to have occupational therapy, there is a lot of space, and there is hundreds and hundreds of different ways that we can use this space. This space, because we created it in an oval shape, it has no corners, it has a sense of creativity, and it has a sense of adventure. And so we're wanting to use this space with these young children to be able to help them discover who they are and what they can learn even as little people.
Well, I'm sitting here enjoying myself in the place that we do our Bible club every week. We have 3 separate groups that come every Friday afternoon to play games, have fun, learn about God, learn about things that would improve their lives. So we have the kids come in this area and they run around, they have games, and they enjoy their time. They love Bible club and they love to learn. They're excited all the time. So come join us one time at Bible Club. So right now we're highlighting our micro businesses. And as you've seen throughout the videos already, you see a lot of people wearing the t-shirts that say overcome with good. And that is our motto. That is our theme of the night tonight. And I want to talk about one guy. His name is Zakeo. He's one of our staff members here. He used to work at a bakery. So he's been trained and skilled in baking bread and making donuts for me on my birthday. He usually makes me about 30 donuts on my birthday. I love it. Too many. And but I eat a lot of them. So what, as you saw, one of our future plans is to make a bakery for the community. Now, Zakeo exemplifies the ability to overcome with good. And through him working with us, he's able to pay off debt, he's able to purchase land, and he is presenting that mentality, that spirit in the community. He's our community pastor as well, so he is out there blessing people, praying with people, and helping people. And he also wants to use his gifts and abilities to help other people overcome obstacles, do good in their community. And so he is an example of a man with character and integrity that we love having on our staff, and he blesses the community greatly. Now we have 2 friends, one from Canada and one of our staff members sharing about our micro businesses here in Guatemala.
Hello, Kathy Jesperson here. I live in Canada and I run an e-commerce business in Canada, and I just wanted to come in here and talk about micro businesses in Guatemala. And we're connected with Matt and Carrie at Hijos de Dios and have been for quite a while, and have seen the effect of micro businesses in Guatemala. Basically, if somebody can have an income or an extra income or a first income with a micro business, it's very helpful to their family in bringing in money. It's helpful to their family in bringing in hope. And what they do at Hijos de Dios is to train people in life skills, and they train them in micro businesses and so much more. They invest in their community. So the importance of micro businesses, it brings hope.
Les saluda Jenny Pineda, instructora de la Academia Hijos de Dios. En la Academia de Corte y Confección nos enfocamos en enseñar, pero también en producir una variedad de prendas que posteriormente son comercializadas por ellas mismas, logrando así mejorar el autoestima de la mujer, haciéndola sentir útil, valiosa e importante, motivándolas a desarrollar los dones y habilidades que Dios ha puesto en ellas. Me siento muy contenta por ser parte del Ministerio Hijos de Dios. Agradezco por sus oraciones y apoyo para este ministerio. Que el Señor les bendiga y shalom para todos.
Right now I just want to touch a bit on community. Throughout my whole life, as a child, a teenager, an adult, and Carrie as well, we've been in the community, we've worked in the community, we believed in community and believed in families. I loved it when people, families, individuals came together. So that's a big heart of Hijos de Dios, our community center, is to bring people together. The first thing we do is events and sports and all those kind of things that you saw in the video to draw families. And one of the things we saw this past month was we had a movie night again for our communities and our family, and it was neat to see fathers come with their wives and their children on this night, dressed up in nice clothes, and you rarely see that in Guatemala a lot of times, because there's a separation in families, and there's fathers don't want to participate in certain things, and it's just hard. So we were really blessed to see that. Other areas that we've gone out in this past year, especially in a local mountain area, probably half an hour, 40 minutes away, 4x4ing up in our big truck, to bring food and medicine and helping people and blessing people there because they have no electricity, they have no food, and we plan to go back with a variety of different programming. So we were able to do that through one of our staff members. Their church works up there a lot, so that's really cool. That's our heart, to use our gifts, to use what we're good to help other people overcome, help other people to be able to use what they're good at to help others. And our last thing I just wanted to share, we were able to go up in November between the 2 hurricanes that happened in central Guatemala, where there were lakes where there were never lakes before. There was so much rain. Farmers lost their whole crops because the big mountains, the valleys on either side were full of water, like 25 meters deep. So we're able to dig out mud, help people, pray with people, bring supplies, and just be a blessing to them. So this is what our community and our care in our community, whether it's right beside us or in another part of the nation, is what Hijos de Dios is helping people with. And right now, Zaccheo has a special word for you.
Hola, mi nombre es Elmar Sáenz, pastor de la comunidad en Hijos de Dios. Actualmente estamos trabajando con el programa de héroes y también visitando a las familias de la comunidad. Hemos visto cómo la mano del Señor ha transformado a muchas familias y también hemos visto cómo la mano del Señor ha sanado a muchas personas. Hogares que estaban desintegrados hoy vuelven a estar unidos. También estamos formando un equipo de hombres cuyos corazones sean temerosos de Dios. Que estos hombres puedan arrancar por la raíz esas maldiciones generacionales que han venido destruyendo su familia. Estamos dispuestos a continuar trabajando por estas familias, hasta ver que el reino de Dios sea establecido en esta comunidad y en cada familia. No vamos a parar hasta alcanzar a cada familia de esta comunidad para Cristo Jesús. Esa es la visión que tenemos en Hijos de Dios, que cada familia sea transformada por el poder de la palabra de Cristo Jesús. Así que le damos muchas gracias a cada uno de ustedes y bendiciones para sus vidas. Amén.
Matt and I are blessed to work with the most amazing team, aren't we? They are such a blessing to come in and work with each week. We have fun with them, and they have brought so much to this ministry. And this ministry is about building into people. When we build into families, when we build into our staff, when we share the same core values, we can produce so much good. We can overcome so many obstacles when we're together. And this team, it's really our power team.
Yeah.
It's really our power team. So we want to introduce you to our colleagues and our workers here at Hijos de Dios.
And they're our friends as well.
They are. Amigos.
At this time, we'd like to introduce our staff that work hard with us here at Hijos de Dios. We're going to share their names and what they do.
Okay, first of all, I'd like to introduce Chenny. She is in charge of our micro business and our sewing and design school. She also is a teacher and helps children with special needs. We have Karen. She's in charge of our women's program, and she also works with the children in the community, teaching them literacy and math skills. We have Brenda. She's in charge of Bible Club, also one of our teachers who teaches groups of children with ADHD. We have our psychologist, Luisa, and she works with children especially, she's a specialist more in the area of autism, working with kids with special needs, and also occupational therapy. We have Gloria. She's our teacher. She works in Guazacapan, and in our clinic there, she also works with our older children, helping them with their math and language skills. And finally, we have Leslie. She's our primary school teacher. She also works in the area of speech therapy. So this is our beautiful group of ladies.
And the man, we have Zaccheo. He's a community pastor, does a lot of things here. He used to be in a baker, and he does a lot of construction. So he does a lot of different ministry in Hijos de Dios. And our newest member on the team, Abdulio, and he's going to be doing working a lot with Zaccheo, administration, and as all our staff do, work in all the areas. They all work in all the different departments and programs that we have.
Thank you so much for taking time tonight to meet with us, and we are so thankful for all the support that we've had over the years. We have a vision that's really big, and we could see this ministry growing and growing and growing, but that is not possible without your support. And we have a really big vision, and we want to even grow more and have more staff and reach more children. Right now we reach about 150 a week, but we could easily reach 300 or 500 children and families and all this programming. So thank you so much, and God bless you.
Thank you. Goodbye.
And now it's your turn to overcome with good. And by giving to us, by donating to our association, you will be able to overcome with good. You will be able to partner with us and take this message and take this even beyond just donating into our communities, donating into our programs, but do it in your communities, do it in your programs. Do continue with this mindset. We overcome with good. We cannot overcome evil with evil, but we overcome evil with good. And that is the heart of the vision of Hijos de Dios, and the heart and the vision of the Community Transformation Foundation that Matt started over 20 years ago. So thank you so much. Our website is below, www.overcomewithgood.ca.
You can also donate by Interact, e-transfer, info@overcomewithgood.ca. info@overcomewithgood.ca.
Thank you so
much for joining us. Have a great day.
Good night.